Hello there. Rachelle Jones, Lunch and Live 11:45. Oh, I forgot. Well, hi. Let's see. I forgot to put my ears in first. Oh, good. It's connecting. Can you all hear me okay? I wanted my ears in. It's a little easier for me. Hi, thanks for joining. Rachelle Jones, Lunch and Live 11:45. Thank you, each one of you, for being here. I'm excited to have these going again. I feel that it's gonna take me a minute to get in my rhythm, but at the same time, it also feels like home since we were doing this so off. No sound. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see. What happens if I do that? No, 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 no. See, I can't change at the last minute. Oh, you got it? Oh, yay, thank you. Okay, phew, I was nervous about that. All right, well, here we are, Tuesday, Lunch and Live at 12:45. So thanks for being here. Thank you so much for your feedback too, because that's helpful. I simply don't know what's going on without you all. So thank you for that. I'll ask first if there's anything on people's minds that they just had a question about, or an observation, or a thought, or a wonder, anything like that. I will throw that out there. Hi there, thank you for joining. But I also did come with something as well. So I've gotten some comments and some private messages of people's topics, but today I had it set to bring something that I have been noticing that is bothering me a lot. And I know when it's bothering me, there's something about me. Oh my gosh, hi babe. My husband just joined y'all. That's great. What a nice treat. And he is seriously helping me a lot today. I needed his help a lot, picking up kids and things and dropping off and doing all sorts of things. So thank you for being here, babe. Okay, so today we are going to talk about something that is, to me, I find annoying. And there's a reason I'm finding it annoying. Sometimes I have to pause when I find those moments. Is it because something is incomplete inside of me, and do I have some grief work to do? And often that is the case, because I do have grief work to do. I'm human, so it happens. But also a lot of times I have a great connection with my spirit, with my intuitive self. And I know when my intuition's feathers feel ruffled, that, okay, Rachelle, let's pause, let's figure out what that is and what is that about. So there is a common thing that I see that happens, and I want to talk about it. Give me your thoughts. So something happens. Kid falls off a bike, scrapes off, the skin of their arm and their knees, maybe their cheek and their chin and their nose, who knows? House fire, a car accident, I don't know, a school shooting. It was the anniversary of that the other day for the one here in town. I don't know, whatever it is, someone's lost a job. And you know what I see on social media, of course, in the comments, but also just in life, is people say, oh, I hope they're okay. Now, I always am curious when I see that. What does that mean? That's the thought that goes through my mind. What does that mean? Do you mean not dead? Because I feel pretty confident that when a kid is driving or riding their bike home and there's no adult around and they fall, they're terrified. They've scraped themselves up, but they've got to gather themselves up and get home now by themselves with all their wounds and their fear and their pain, their physical pain. And is there anyone there to receive them? Are they, going home before the adults are home? And I don't know. What do you mean by okay? Because I see all that is, hi, thanks for joining. I see all that is not okay. In fact, I see it as sad and scary. And oh, my heart hurts for this poor baby. Now let's go to a house fire. Someone experiences a house fire. You name it. You can put any example in here. And they, there's a house fire. Maybe they were in the house. Maybe they weren't in the house. But I'm pretty certain they're going to feel very sad for the loss of the safety of their home, for the finances. What's that going to look like? What are we going to do in the meantime until the insurance kicks in? If we had enough insurance, who do I call? What do I do? I don't know. To me, that seems scary. And just a huge source of fear and uncertainty and loss of safety. And so what am I going to see in the comments, or how do I hear people respond? I hope you're okay. Or they're driving by a upside down car, taking video. Yeah, that's the world we live in, taking video. And the comments will say, I hope they're okay. And every time I just can't help but wonder, do you mean not dead? Because I feel very certain that they're not okay. Does okay mean absolutely not affect? What does it mean? So I'm always wondering, we have to be aware of what we are saying to people. So I'm gonna challenge you here to really connect with, what does that mean if you say that, or if you hear that? Pause and ask them, what does that mean? Okay. Because I mean, that was really terrible. I was in an upside down car. They had to cut me out of the car. I didn't know if some other cars were going to come hit me. And I didn't know what was going to happen. And I was terrified. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. What does that mean by okay? And me in my role, I know that the emotional effects from the kid falling off the street, or the bike, or the house fire, or the crash, or the breakup, or the whatever it's going to be, the emotional effects are going to linger. In fact, it's probably going to be in a couple of weeks, you know what we're going to start seeing? That word called anxiety, which is really just the fear of, oh no, what's actually going to happen again? Because I already lost my safety there, and I don't know if it can happen again. And I feel really scared because what if I fall off my bike again? Or what if, right? So what do we mean by okay? Because maybe the physical wounds can be healed, but the emotional ones, they're going to go on for a long time. So again, what do we mean by okay? Do we just mean not dead? And is that really living to simply not be dead? I don't know, y'all. I'm not buying it. I don't feel good about it. So let's pause. Let's think a little bit deeper about this. What if we just saw a situation and we took it and became emotionally honest? We paused. Ooh, we feel it. Immediately imagine what that person could be feeling. Ooh, ah, okay. That's how I hear. I hear as animated as I'm talking to you today, because I feel people's life because I want to be human with them. And that's what human is. Try to get in someone's experience and we'll get quicker at it the more we practice. So as soon as something happens, we see something or we hear something, and then I go to an emotional based question. Were you scared? Even if I'm assuming they probably were, it's best for me to ask the person. And let's say we're just commenting on social media. If I know the person and I feel safe, oh my gosh, were you terrified? Or I will go with I cannot even imagine how intense that was for you. I'm afraid for you to have experienced that. Do you see how those are emotional acknowledgments versus they're emotional acknowledgments for what's happening right now in this moment, for what we're seeing, what we're hearing, what information is being brought to us. We need to respond and see the emotional aspects of it. Remember, people tell us the story or post the picture. They tell us the visual story, but they want us to hear how it's feeling. So we need to get really quick and practiced at that and hear what people are saying, hear the emotional components. And we may not know, well, we can't possibly know what someone else is feeling without asking, right? Hence the reason I will have the type of feeling. And then the, what was that like for you? Were you terrified? Oh, how'd you get to safety? Where I am curious about their emotional safety versus avoiding the feelings right there, going slightly around it to maybe 6 weeks from now. I hope they're okay. It's changing the subject. It's taking the attention off of this thing that's happening right here, avoiding it, going way around it over there to maybe the end result when they're all recovered, and saying, I hope they're okay. And so, you get to decide. Is there something horribly wrong with it? No. Are you beating someone over the head? No, but you are avoiding acknowledging their heart. And we humans need to be seen as human. There is an emotional component to us, which the world has lost touch with, and we have to get it back. We have to. And so this is one of those ways I hope they're going to be okay, or I hope they're okay. They're not. They're not. The car's upside down. They're not okay. Maybe they're not dead, but the emotional effects, if anything, maybe they get out without scrapes and bruises. The emotional effects, the fear, and the sounds, guys, from the car flipping upside down, or the kid hitting the ground and the bike, the sounds and the smells, the feeling, so now the kids going to bed, having the bad dreams at night because they keep getting startled awake, feeling like they're falling. You hear what I'm saying? We got to stop asking if we're okay, or forget asking if we're okay, but also stop saying, I hope they're okay. Why are we talking about the future? What does that mean? We got to think about what we're saying. What thoughts, wonders, and questions are we having out there? Are we having any? Does this resonate with you? Drop it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I also keep these videos up and I post them to YouTube. So you're welcome to go over there. You can just Google Rachelle Jones Grief Recovery and you will find my page easily. It's also up in my bio if you're here on Instagram. So you can go see other old things. But also, I really like to hear your thoughts on additional observations that you have had, because it's not just me living in this world, it's you. And if we don't help you in your corner, then what use is this? You've got to find a way to apply it to your own life. So share topics with me. What are you wondering? This goes very much in line with what I posted today on Dana's soapbox. Boom, boom, boom. See, when the energies collide, girl, I feel you. I'll go check it out. So go check that out. It looks like #Dana Soapbox. Fist bump. Yes, and I am fist bumping you because you're awesome and your heart is beautiful and you get this so deeply. Yeah, fascinating. I love it. And we need to learn to be human with one another. So take this out, spread the messages, like, comment, share, get the information out there, because we need to get reconnected with this thing that thank you. I love you too. We need to get reconnected with this thing that we all possess called our intuition. We were born with it perfectly intact, and then we lost touch with it. And some of us have had to do work or have done work to get reacquainted with it. We're always growing more and more and more connected. For those of us who are intentionally trying, the world has a really intense way of getting in the way with its misinformation, with its poor practices, with its demanding that we please or meet the expectations of other people. Until we connect with ourselves and do some recovery work and get out the faulty wiring and messages that are preventing us from having this deep relationship with our intuition, it's very, very difficult. I would say, honestly, impossible to truly have a relationship with anyone else, anyone. And if you are a believer, you have a religious belief system. For me personally, I believe in God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and I could not possibly have a true deep relationship with my God of my understanding, or I would say Jesus, until I develop a healthy connection with my own self. How can I take myself and have a relationship? Hi, Monica. How could I possibly have a relationship with anyone if I don't arrive to it? I mean, that's just weird. It's just weird. What does Wes say here? Wes is my husband. It says, I've been the guy who has said, hope you're okay. I love you. Nice reminder that this is shallow and uncaring, perhaps at times fearful of going deeper. Absolutely, absolutely the truth. People are so afraid of emotion. Such a good point, Jones. My husband, by the way, he's double certified. He's certified 2 different times. And gosh, it's what saved us here in our life. Both of us just really going hard after this. Well, hi there. Thanks for joining. So yes, he's so correct. If we have lost touch with our intuition, we generally are afraid of acknowledging our own emotions. So we couldn't possibly acknowledge someone else's emotions and do it any justice. And so if we remember who we're arriving for in this moment, not who we're arriving for way later. So if we try to remember we are there for this person who's telling us this story, whether it's through picture or through words, whether it's posted or spoken, it doesn't matter. We're there for that person, and we need to arrive for that person. And we do that by hearing the emotion of what they're saying. They tell us the story, but they want us to hear the emotion. And if we are afraid of acknowledging our own emotion, we can't possibly do it for them. And so it's essential. It is essential, you guys. I wish I could make this smaller, but it is not. This work of emotional recovery and then growing in emotional intelligence, therefore we grow in emotional maturity, is essential to have a relationship with ourselves or anyone else. Well, hi. Oh gosh, good to see you down there. Thank you all for joining. So I hope you replay if you're just catching in. These are only about 15 minutes, so I don't want to take up the whole lunch break wherever you're visiting from the country, because I see people from the East Coast here as well as the West and some places in between. So I don't want to take your whole bit of time, only about 15 minutes. Go back and re-listen, share your thoughts in the comments or direct message me, whatever you need to do. And if that doesn't work, check out that YouTube link in the bio. These are not fancy. I'm not a fancy person, but there's good, rich information in here. So share it. Help re-educate the world. Give people a pause. Help them find themselves by learning little snippets of new, helpful, correct, true information. I wish I could make this stuff up, but I don't have to. It's evidence-based. We have been around for 44 years, this grief recovery method. 44 years, guys, and it's the only evidence-based method on planet Earth. So what you're getting is rich and real. If you're afraid of emotion, go check out griefrecoverymethod.com. Let's do some work. I love you. Thank you for being here. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Be safe if you're driving. Enjoy your lunch or your dinner or your snack, wherever you are. I love you. Bye-bye.